I don't really know if it has sunk in or if we're allowing ourselves to let it sink in. Like, we're just kind of riding the wave right now and letting I guess just like the good times roll right now. Like, it's just fun to come to the rink every day, and it's fun to be at the rink every day. We're still standing here. So, yeah, I guess that part really hasn't sunk in like that. It's 4 teams left, but at the end of the day, like, start out with 32 and then half make it. It's really hard to make it. First round's super challenging, especially the position we were in, and second round was just as hard, if not harder, for us. And I'm sure that this round won't be easy as well. We're expecting. That team's been unbelievable all year, and one of the top teams points-wise. They're top 2 or 3 teams in the league, and gave us some trouble this year. So have dominated most of the teams that they've played. So we have our hands full, and we'll be ready.
When you look at point totals and winning percentage, no team's ever had a harder path than 135, 111, and whatever Carolina had. How fitting is it that this is going to be the route for this team to get to where you want to go?
Yeah, it's just definitely not the easy way, but we wouldn't want it any other way than that. It's allowed us to continue playing at the level that we have been.
Matthew, we've seen so many different guys step up in the playoffs, whether it's Cousins coming up with a huge overtime goal, whether it's been Bob Gould. Just so many different contributions. Is that the thing that's really stood out to you about this playoff run? It's just how it really has truly been such a collective team effort night in and night out.
Definitely, and like on each and every night, it could be one line that carries the load, and then the next night it's another line. I think with our team, that's what makes us challenging to play against is the depth. And I just look at just offensively as a forward, like, it's hard to match up with our 4 forward lines. So especially when everybody's going like they have been. So if we can continue that, not only does it create problems for the other team, but you don't know which line it might be their turn that night. And that's what it was like in the Toronto series. I felt like each line, played and dominated each game, sort of thing. So I think that's what makes us a successful team.
Carolina's known as a bunch of jerks, but it seems like you guys have kind of taken on that kind of persona in last round with you guys talking a little smack. You got Radko yelling at the goalie, that kind of thing. Do you guys kind of revel in playing a little on the edge?
I don't know. I think that when it comes down to like this series again for us, like, we're playing that, and we are that underdog role. Like, we are, no matter how you frame it, we are. So I think that makes it more intense for us, and like, it shows like our team, we're not going to just outskill a team. We're not going to do whatever that like some other teams have in the past, but we're going to need like a full 60-minute plus on some nights, and gonna have to play that gritty style in your face. Carolina does that same thing. Like, they play right in your face. They don't give you much space. It's a low-scoring game, each and every night. That's how they like it. That's how we like it. So I think watching some of the series, or especially the last series with Jersey, what hurt Jersey was them opening up their game and allowing Carolina to frustrate them. And I think what helps us against a team like Carolina is we play very, very, very similar to them. So we're not going to allow that to happen to us, and we're just going to have to play the same style but better.
You been able to pay attention to the Heat run at all?
I have not. They've played pretty
same
nights the last series, but hopefully this series coming up will be on different nights. But in the NHL playoffs, like, you're always just watching the other hockey games.
Exactly.
So if we can watch a little bit, I've watched a few in the Boston series. Watched a couple of their games, the end of some of their games against Milwaukee. So they're on quite a run too. It's good for South Florida.
Like parallel, like 8 seeds, kind of had frustrating years after great seasons last year. Like, it's just kind of.
I think that it just shows. It doesn't matter what your team has done in years past. It doesn't matter what they've done in the season leading up to it. If you get going at the right time, that's always the team that you'd want to be.
That's always been the hockey thing, though, right? The 8 beats the 1, sure. That never happens in basketball. It just seems like everything's kind of evening.
I know. Well, I don't know if it happens in hockey as much when you're dipping in by 1 point and playing the best NHL team, but I don't know. We've taken our run so far. We've really, really, really enjoyed. I think that's one thing, like with our team, that that keeps it, we keep it light, and it's like super fun to come to the rink every day. Like, so many characters on the team, like you never know what's going to happen or what's going to be said or, out on the ice in practice. Like, it's just, that's what's helped us a lot. And like this time of the year is a real grind. Like, it's tough. Like, guys play through it on each and every team, like injuries and bumps and bruises. And sometimes you might think it's hard to stay the course, but with a group like this, it's a real joy to come to the rink every day, and it's what's made us successful.
How much does it help that you've got characters in the coaches' room too? I mean, Paul's in there post game with us, dropping F-bombs, press conferences, and he's as loose as can be after some of these. And
I didn't see that. Maybe he'd regret saying that, or maybe he wouldn't. I don't know, but it's a whole, not just them, but it's a whole organization. It's like the culture that's here right now and put in place, and what we've been playing to is work as hard as you possibly can. There's going to be no easy way out. There's going to be no people just easing their way through it. Like, you work as hard as you can, but you have so much fun doing it. And that's kind of how we've been doing it so far.
You've been getting recognized with the Whole Foods and all that stuff.
It actually has been a lot more since the Boston series, and even more in the past couple of days since playing Toronto. I've said, like, this whole year's changed a lot. Like, All-Star changed a little bit, and just driving down Los Olas the last few days, it's been really cool to see how people are super excited for us and how many people are excited for us. So hopefully, as this round continues and this run continues, we can gain more and more traction.
The first several months here, you weren't recognized that much?
They were, but we were playing a 500, so I was hoping they wouldn't recognize us.